In the event of a water damage emergency, call PuroClean of Cenla.
Hello and good chilly morning. It is, well, it's chilly out there. You know, temperatures are going to warm up slowly today. They're going to jump quickly tomorrow. I'll show you that in a second. But Toledo Bend, a little breeze out there. That's why I was talking wind chills over temperatures, really. And that's actually, that wind is what kept you, some of you, from getting below freezing. This is the LeCount Action Rooter camera. Love the old look at the farm right there. And I wanted to show you something here. Okay, so if you ever... let me make sure I'm on the right page here. If you're ever wondering what did it get down to at the camera site or whatever, there's weather data with this stuff. So let's go ahead and show you. Okay, so I'm just in cenlaweather.com. This is also on the app. When you click on the camera site, you have your temperature, your current temperature, all these things, the closest lightning strike and all that stuff. And when you actually click on it, you click on the temperature, there's a whole trace that shows you, when it bottomed out and all that. They got down to 29 at that site last night, though. So it was... pretty darn chilly. Okay, let me go ahead and take that off. Just want to show you, if you did not know that feature was there, that's on the app. That's also on the website. So, radar showing we still have freeze warnings and all that. Actually showing some snow flurries all the way down into Nashville and extreme northern parts of Alabama. At least we're seeing the returns on radar. I didn't check and see if they actually had snow reaching the ground, but down to the Ohio River Valley, look at this thing. This thing is pretty potent right here, and that is producing snow all over Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, and all that good stuff. 42 degrees at last check here in Alexandria. We did hit 33 at the airport, 32 at Esler. So we did get a freeze at Esler. And here, I was worried this was going to happen. So there's a freeze watch in effect for tonight. These alerts up here in the Shreveport area, they've gone away. They're probably going to be reissued because I think we'll see a freeze warning area wide tonight. And that's because I think we're going to be mostly in the upper 20s tonight. It's going to be chilly out there. And it's because of this. Watch this. So the wind, 20 miles per hour out of the north right now. That's what the gusts are. Look what happens tonight. Those wind gusts are going to come down. We're going to see winds really laying down. And that means that your temperatures, when you have lighter winds, it's much easier for that radiational cooling to take hold and for that heat to escape back into outer space, and it's going to get chilly. Now, for today, we're going to stay cold out there, so keep the jackets handy. 51 degrees by 1 p.m. I think we see a high about 53, 54 degrees, and here's a look at future temps to take you into the night. Now, temperatures are going to go from about 53 degrees for a high today. We're going to drop them back down into the 20s, again, over a large part of the area tonight. So this is not going to, this is actually, I picked this model because it lines up really close with our forecast, but you can see anywhere from about 26 to 31 degrees, and it doesn't mean you're going to not see a freeze if you're further south, because I think this cold air is going to penetrate all the way down to I-10. But then look at this, tomorrow by 10 a.m. already up to 51 degrees. So it's going to jump up quickly as we get into the day tomorrow. Temperatures are going to rebound very quickly, and the GFS model shows that we are about to turn back into a very active time frame here. Got this system out west, and now notice this. So this is Sunday at 10 p.m. Yesterday I was showing this was during the day Saturday. So we're still working through the timing on this system, but I do think some showers and thunderstorms, just kind of depending on how this trough ejects this way, that's going to really tell us what time or when we're going to see this rain come through. But it looks like at some point over the weekend, we get storm system number 1. Now, we're not going to be able to catch storm system number 2 in this one because it's further down the line, but I think we're entering into a pretty active time frame here. So about a half an inch to an inch of rain is the forecast right now. I think we're going to see some higher totals than that out of this weekend system. We're just going to have to wait and see how this totally kind of comes together. And you can see here, we've got a 50-50 shot each day. We're trying to wrestle with which model we're going to agree with. Is this going to cross 2 days, or is this going to be mainly a Sunday event or a Saturday event? That's what's something we're going to have to kind of keep an eye on over the next couple of days. Temperatures come up quickly back toward 80 degrees by the middle of the week, and no more frost and freeze after tonight, but definitely you're going to want to go ahead and get those plants covered, get the pets in. I think it's time to unplug the hose and all that stuff, maybe cover those faucets out there. But this is not like crazy pipe busting cold we're going to see tonight. And it's going to stay fairly mild, I would say, from the 18th to the 24th. And they finally have installed that green I've been waiting for. I really think it's going to be a stormy time frame here from about Saturday of this weekend through next week into the weekend. It's going to be pretty bumpy out there. Could see some severe weather out of this. Don't have details just yet, but I think there will at least be a low-end severe threat this weekend. And then we could see more of the same as we get get into next week. Going to have a lot to look at here as this time of year you get that battle of the air masses. You think about that in spring when it's warming up, and now we're cooling down. Well, there's going to be a battle there as well, and that's why we see severe weather return sometimes in November. This is kind of our secondary peak season, and we're, of course, going to be here to take you through it, keep you ahead of it, let you know what's going on. You know we'll be here for that. But that's it for today, and I hope you have a wonderful one. I will see you back here tomorrow.